Ça roule. Eh ben super. A few months ago, I discovered a new app that I'm using really a lot. When I perform live, most of the track I will play will be mine. But of course, I also here and there add a little bit of something else, a different track that I love, or something that I will actually use as a change between one style or another. So I prepare a lot of edits, and actually this is how I use STEM quite a lot, to make the sets always fresh and to give them a little bit of spice. What makes StemZ a banger app is that it allows you to basically remix or to refresh some old songs, even some very old songs that it's impossible to find the acapellas using the AI. And this is what I want to show you basically. So let's go, follow me. Yeah, this is actually what I call my nest. This is where I do most of my production. The faster things go for me, the best I can really translate my creative ideas into sound. And so this is also one of the reasons why I like StemZ, because it's very intuitive. When I prepare my sets, I mainly use my songs. For me, it's also the opportunity to sort of re-explore some works that I've done. And the track that I'm actually playing quite a lot was a song I originally produced in 2002. It's a original African hook that was performed by Salif Keita and his background singers, who are really amazing. This song called Madan, na 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 ne, na 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 ne. It's actually something quite rewarding and quite very satisfying. Sometimes when you can play a song that you've produced 20 years ago and it's still kind of relevant, even if it has, of course, a taste of something that's a little bit old school. I was actually thinking that to have an alternative version that I can play in different conditions, in different sets, maybe more in club sets, would be good. And so I thought that I was going to make a special edit of Madan using StemZ. So the first thing, and you're going to laugh a lot about this, my original session from Madan has gone in a hard drive somewhere. I don't have it anymore, so I didn't have the acapella. So I basically sampled my own song, which is very bad, actually, don't say it to anyone. I'm going to open StemZ. It's super basic. You go collect the song you want to remix. So I put my Madan in this folder. It opens the song. And what's so impressive about StemZ, and I showed it to a few of my DJ friends and producers, is this. No bass, bass, and so of course. And it's actually very, very impressive, the quality of this. When I've isolated the element that I wanted to use, here is the acapella, so that part. And then I just hairdrop it. So it's always quite nice to scroll a little bit everywhere. The idea, the concept of this reprod will be to have a version that's more powerful than especially the original. If I was to reproduce it, which is something I clearly consider now, it will make a different version. It will not have the charm of the original, but it will be just a different take on the track. I'm gonna go a lot faster than this with StemZ, and I'm just going to basically team with friends of mine called Camel Fat. Are you ready to testify? They don't know about it, of course, and I'm going to steal their drums because I think they are amazing drum programmers, and especially I want to give that vibe to the song, so I'm going to go again in StemZ. This track I chose is actually very much of a drum track. So I'm just gonna actually erase the vocals to it. Fine. It's already quite good. superb. So this is already a pretty encouraging result. Of course, they have the one thing that they're amazing at and I'm like very, very bad at, which is like the whole breakdown, risers, snare rolls, effects, craziness, woo, the kind of thing that makes the crowd go. These things, you know, which is like, this is like so much programming, like all the automation of the reverb that you want to add, all these things. I'm like terrible at this. So, and these guys, they are so amazing at it. So this is where I'm going to use this to complete. Nice. Okay, and I think what I want to do is probably drop on the acapella, but since it's a very almost drum-only song, I think it would be really nice to add something else to the big drop here. Yeah, definitely. So I'd like to add a bass to this production, and what I'm gonna do is steal my own bass, and so I'm going to use my intoxicated bass. Okay, you know what? Let's change and let's use maybe the horns to make it like... Here it is. So yes, with stems you can actually steal my horn sound that I actually recorded live with 4 trombones. That was with the GTA boys, and we had so much fun with this. And so let's see how this works. It's pretty clean, huh? Let's fix the key. That's better. Making these little edits is always something that's quite inspiring, even for original production, because it actually makes you combine things that you probably wouldn't think of. Actually, for guys like me who have a strong sampling culture, even if I very rarely use samples in the end, but actually I very often use samples in the making of the song, just either to give me sometimes a chord or sometimes a sonic idea of where I want to go. It's easier to picture the result with already the result, even if you need to change it after, because it's not yours typically. There's a lot of elements and a lot of things happening here, and of course it would probably need more arrangement and stuff to finish, but I mean in just maybe 10-15 minutes you have an idea of where you can go, and then you can spend a few hours making a proper mix for it. It's typically the kind of thing I do like almost every week, and on almost every set I have 1 or 2 of these like that are new, and it's also quite rare that I use a song without touching it in a way. Very often I will get into it and see how I can sort of tweak it to fit my style or my set. And if it's not like my own songs, then it's always going to be at least my own versions, but stems make it easier.